Did you blink? Did you see it? Did you see how fast that car went? Welcome to another exciting episode of Car Inclusive, and today we will show you what fast really means. Before we get started, remember to click like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you'll be reminded of our new videos. So how fast is fast? Probably the real question is, how fast is the Tesla Model S Plaid? So fast that to avoid injuring your neck when you floor it, you need to look straight forward and push back against the headrest. So fast, drag strips may ban it from races unless it's fitted with a parachute. So fast, it can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just under 2 seconds. 1001, 1002, yeah, that fast. Now imagine this battery-powered cheetah on your street. Its awesome power is pent up as it plows along with the traffic like a Ford Fiesta. Unless, of course, the driver succumbs to the urge to step on the pedal, in which case, crazy and frightening things could happen. While most Tesla owners will drive responsibly, someone is bound to get drunk or lend the car to a reckless teenager. The damage that a speeding Plaid can do is substantially greater than the damage a speeding Ford Fiesta can. We know that vehicles with higher horsepower engines tend to exceed the speed limit, have higher average speeds. On the other hand, one could drive down a street in a Toyota Prius at 85 miles per hour, and that's far more dangerous than accelerating in a Model S Plaid. Why? Because the Plaid's all-wheel drive and electronic stability control make it safer during a rapid acceleration than the average car on a drag strip. This comfortable four-door sedan, roomy, large cargo area can spank any supercar. It's basically the poster child that says, "Electric wins." That's fair. It's good for the planet if the ability to go from 0 to 60 in 2 heartbeats sells more vehicles. Still, it's hard to shake the sense that the Plaid is engineering overkill. The time it takes for a car to go from stationary to a mile every minute is a big deal. We obsessively keep tabs on the 0 to 60 miles per hour speeds of almost every car, whether or not the car is even designed for performance. Electric cars are currently engaged in an all-out 0 to 60 war. So here's a question that needs to be answered. What's the quickest possible 0 to 60 dash in terms of G's? Before we answer that, we'd like to hear yours in the comments section below. Let's do some simple math. Acceleration, as we all know, is just the change of velocity with time. We commonly measure acceleration in terms of g-force, where the g refers to gravity, because we're comparing the force of the acceleration due to gravity. 1g is the equivalent of the force of normal Earth gravity. When you're sitting on a chair, 1g is the amount of force exerted up into your ass by the chair to prevent you from going into freefall. When we're talking about acceleration in a car, we're talking about g-forces acting on people on a horizontal axis. So, let's figure out how many g's a given car exerts on a human when driving. Let's start with a relatively leisure 0 to 60 time, like 10 seconds. You can figure out how many g's you're pulling by converting the speed to feet per second, then dividing by 32.17405 feet per second squared. That's 1g in feet per second. So, 0 to 60 miles per hour in 10 seconds will expose you to 0.27 g, barely over a quarter of normal Earth gravity. To equal 1 g, a supercar would need to get to 60 in 2.74 seconds. Now, the Model S Plaid can get to 60 in just 2.39 seconds. That's pulling 1.14 g, greater than the Earth's gravity just by a hair. In comparison, a top fuel dragster can go from 0 to 100 miles per hour in about 0.86 seconds. But in reality, the 1,020 horsepower Tesla Model S Plaid can smoke almost any production supercar you pit it against. But is there a stock motorcycle that can beat the 130,000 super sedan in a straight line? Both the Suzuki Hayabusa and the Kawasaki Ninja ZX-14R are tremendously quick, packing larger engines and more horsepower than many cars. They both claim a limited top speed of 186 miles per hour and promise to demolish a quarter mile in under 10 seconds. If any two-wheelers could stand a chance against Tesla's most off-the-wall vehicle yet, it would be these. Although the motorcycles could keep up with the Plaid at their best, neither could deliver a decisive win over the Tesla. The Hayabusa won one roll-on race starting at 40 miles per hour, but it may have jumped the start. From a standing start, the Tesla was clearly quicker. What's the verdict? The Model S Plaid beats not only every four-wheeled vehicle, but any stock road-going vehicle you can buy, period. And that's not all that surprising, given that this is a four-door sedan that puts any Lamborghini, Ferrari, Porsche, or McLaren to shame. So how fast is fast? Fast is spelled with an S. Model Plaid. This has been another speedy episode of Car Inclusive. Join us next time on another automotive amazement.